planning for that 50-50 shift of fiction and nonfiction literature can be challenging because it's sometimes difficult to find nonfiction text that's accessible at a first grade level. So we've really worked hard this year with our librarian and with other resources in the school to find things that have that really rich nonfiction text.
Would we say that this is a fiction piece or a nonfiction piece? Gabrielle, what do you think?
Nonfiction.
Nonfiction. What clues are there in that text that would let you know that it's a nonfiction article?
There's real things about hamsters.
So when you say real things, what do you mean by that?
Like real facts.
Real facts. So different than the Reader's Theater play that we read about Flake the missing hamster.
Yeah.
Yes. Things that tell us more about the hamster and how it lives and what it eats and things like that.
I was reminding the students of a lot of previously taught skills like headings, glossaries, highlighting, using your evidence pointing finger to find specific things in the text.
Everyone, what is the name of that first heading?
Body.
Body. Now, would I expect to look under that heading body and find information about what a hamster eats?
No.
No, what might I expect to find in there? What do you think, Jonathan?
About its body.
Like what? Like what about its body?
How it moves.
Maybe how it moves. Maybe what it's covered in, right? So today I want you to keep that in mind. Use those headings when you talk with your partners in your group and when you come back to share your evidence, okay? All right. Now, another great text feature that we've been practicing that you're going to have the opportunity to use is called what?
Glossary.
The glossary. Okay, now, raise your hand if you can tell us why we might use a glossary. If I'm reading about the hamster's body and I see a word under that heading that's printed in bold, that's a signal to me. Ding, 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 ding. This might be a word that I'm not sure of the meaning of. So I should look it up in the glossary. Where will it be? It's going to be in the back. Peek in your text. Let's see if you can find it. When you think you have it, put your finger on your nose.
Planning for that 50-50 shift over the course of the year has been, as with most things at the primary level, a very scaffolded type of approach where a lot of it at the beginning of the year was whole class and modeling. And as the year has progressed, I've kind of pulled back and pulled back and pulled back a little bit at a time so that now they're at a point where they're readers, they're thinkers, they're really facile with moving through packets of text and diagrams. So they're at the point really of application where they're using all of these things that have been modeled and shown and practiced in different ways.
Would a pet hamster like to share a cage with other hamsters? No. But where would we find that though? Right here. Most hamsters like to live alone. Okay. Yes, most hamsters like to live alone. Good.
Sometimes when we read nonfiction texts, we can hear and read things that might be a little bit different than some of the things we read in fiction texts. Do you remember we read that book about the two hamsters that were watching the class?
Yeah.
And they wanted to go out and make their hamster. No, those hamsters lived together in the same cage. But group, what did the text tell us about how they like to live? Hamsters actually like to live alone.
I think the planning of all of this has really evolved. It's not a quick fix, one and done. Oh, I did text features. Oh, I did nonfiction. It's a constant thing, a thread that runs all through the year to get them to this point.